What's up, YouTube? I'm Brett from Rants. As always, guys, if y'all enjoy our content, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave that comment down below. Alright, so one of my favorite series of the 90s, just in general, was a little known show. Well, I say a little known show, it has a huge cult following, but Sliders. Yes, it wasn't original in any ideas. We've seen it, something similar to it in various different science fiction series, movies, and so forth. The idea of going from one reality to another one, but it wasn't that it was original or anything like that made Sliders unique. Really, just a really good show. It had a really amazing cast. It also had stories that meant something. That when you got attached to the characters. You got attached to their personalities, their differences, their uniqueness, their way of handling specific situations, and the controversy that comes, and the confrontation, I guess you could say, that comes from it between the cast. It also had a wonderful cast of characters. The actors and actresses who played on the show were just absolutely and totally brilliant in every single way. So, that being said, there is more than a rumor that it is about to get rebooted. And to make it even better, it looks like that it won't be this woke piece of garbage that usually a lot of reboots now fall prey to. I tell you, and I complain about it all the time. Any of these reboots, they're coming out with the King of the Hill reboot. Of course, they come out with Animaniacs, which is a cartoon I grew up watching when I was a kid. I loved that show back in the day. In the new version that I watched, I couldn't even recognize it. It didn't even feel like the exact same show. It felt like a shell of that show. Like they took the name, and then that was it. They left out all the fun things that was about it. I hate any kind of reboot that's that way. If you're going to say we're going to do a reboot, but we're going to take out all the fun parts of it, or we're not going to be able to do certain things because of the times that we live in, then don't do the reboot. That's just kind of the way. If it's a show that was known for like pushing edgy stuff that wouldn't work in 2021, then don't do that reboot. Please don't do that reboot. There's no point in it. Give us a show that is a reboot. If you're going to go down that path, give us a show that reflects the show original cast, the original property of it. Too often that's not the case, and too often that's the problem with these reboots. Let's go ahead and let's just read into this. I think it's pretty interesting that the co-creator of it goes out of his way to state about how it's going to be different from most things that we see. But anyways, Sliders, the throwback science fiction series from the 90s, just might receive a reboot soon, which the show's devoted followers won't have to jump through a portal to another dimension to see. In a recent interview with Masters of the Genre, series co-creator Tracy Torme confirmed that he is currently working hard to make a relaunch happen. Torme also revealed that he's been in talks with members of the original cast to return, though he noted that no deals are in place for a full reunion. Which is cool. I'm all for nostalgia. But you know what? If it's just nostalgia that you're bringing these characters back, and you're not really giving them a really important role, or just bringing them back just to excite fans, then don't bring them back. That's the way I felt towards Star Wars. That's the way I feel towards Sliders. But it says, I can't say that the original cast is all coming back because we haven't made those deals yet, but I talked to Cleavant Derricks, who played Rembrandt Brown, all the time. And I imagine it wouldn't be a Sliders without Jerry O'Connell No, it would not. I talked to Reese Davies, who played Professor Arturo. So eventually, Torme added, I believe it's going to be a mixture of the old original cast and a couple of new characters. He continued, we're right in the middle of rebooting it right now as we speak, further confirming what was considered just a rumor with almost no guarantee of substantiation not too long ago. If you had talked to me about this 6 months ago, I would have said, oh yeah, that's a rumor, because there have not been a lot of rumors over the years, but they were never real, he explained. But this one is real. We're actively working on it. As with any modern reboot, there's a fear among fans that any potential new Sliders series will be woke and fraught with political agendas. Torme responded by admitting that the hypersensitivity of our time is working against some of his ideas. To answer your question, he states, about what it's like in this day and age creating a show, the first thing that I noticed is how we're all hypersensitive about politics now. Torme observed, I thought I had a tough time 20 years ago, or whenever it was, getting certain stories off the ground in Sliders, and it's much worse now. Much, much worse. In one account of a pitch he related, I can tell you that it's going to be even more of a struggle even than it was then. Already I've thrown a couple of ideas out, and everyone in the room was kind of horrified, going, oh, you can't do that. Oh, see, that kind of worries me with that, because I'm like, if the writers or people that's just in the room, whether it be network or whoever, are looking at this and they're going, you know what, that's too far. We can't do this in this day and age. That concerns me. That really concerns me. I'd rather them say, you know what, we'll give you full creative control. You do whatever. You make a masterpiece out of this. That's what I would love to hear from this. But he goes on to say, so I can already tell you that people are so hypersensitive to so many issues now that it's going to be even more of a challenge trying not to turn it into some politically correct, safe show. If it becomes that, what's the point of doing it? Exactly. Thank you, Torme. Thank you. That is what I've been wanting to hear from a creator for a very, very long time. And we don't get that very often. Usually they say the exact opposite of it. So thank you, Torme, for saying that. Point of doing it, he added, that's going to be the big struggle. However, Torme swore up and down, no matter the challenge, no, I promise you, it will never be woke. Never. You know what? I'm truly excited about this because, look, I can only take a guy at his word. A lot of fans have been burned, lately with, He-Man, Kevin Smith, and all of them that kind of used to be on fans' side. They would say one thing, and then all of a sudden, they would go and do the normal Hollywood agenda. Let's hope that doesn't happen. Let's hope that they are telling the truth, that this is a Sliders reunion or a new Sliders show that will fit the original cast and will be deserving of being having the same name as the original show. Let's hope it goes that way. I'm always going, until I see it personally, I'm always going to be hesitant to believe it fully. But I will say this, the guy's saying the right things. That's all I can say. And that's all you can really kind of ask for him. He seemed like a guy that actually kind of wants to do this show justice. And hey, I'll give him some respect on it. I'll give him some credit for being that way, and I'll trust that he really is doing what he's saying he's wanting to do with it. But as always, guys, if you're excited maybe about a Sliders reboot, let me know down in the comment section below. And as always, guys, thanks for watching. Y'all take care.